I'm John Brigida. I'm the president of Hecto Group, and we develop Micron Pure.
My name is Timothy Jackson, and I am Hecto Group's prototyping engineer.
My name is David Levitt. I'm the Chief Technology Officer of the Hecto Group.
We first came up with the idea for Micron Pure over a couple text conversations, and basically the idea developed.
John and Tim took the ideas we had together and turned it into the Micron Pure air purifying device. We had a really high confidence it's going to work to inactivate COVID-19.
Everything that's out there in the market right now can actually kill it. When you look at HEPA filters, which are broadly used for pulling out pollen or bigger particles in the air, they can't actually get down to that level, or if they do, it requires very strong and very powerful airflow to do so. And even then, it's just trapping it. It's not killing it. What's unique about Micron Pure is that's actually be able to be inside a room that's occupied, and it constantly treats that air independent of the HVAC system or the heating system. So it sucks air in. We have a very powerful disinfectant. It's actually natural, organic, occurs in nature ozone gas. It's 3,000 times faster than bleach in terms of killing power. There's no liquids used, there's no byproducts or residue, and it can actually inactivate particles at the surface level and the subsurface level instantly.
So the idea I had back then was to use ultraviolet light to create ozone in an air purifying device.
And then what's really unique about our device as well is that the ozone gas stays fully within the Micron Pure unit. There is no ozone gas that leaks out of it. We've been able to kill things that are even a fourth the size of the coronavirus. So tiny. What's important to understand about that is that when someone coughs or sneezes, you know how projectiles move out. When a particle is that size, it actually will float in the air randomly throughout a room. So it's not just even in direct line with someone. That can float, and it's so light that it will stay in the air floating for hours and won't even fall out and settle.
It was a very interesting process with prototyping this because each prototype had different requirements it had to meet. We actually needed to test it with COVID-19. So we had to miniaturize the whole process to make it fit inside of a biological lab. So it doesn't necessarily look like a lot of the manufactured versions, but it functions the exact same way. It tests the exact same process.
There's a certain threshold of exposure that people have to a concentration of a pathogen before it actually causes infection. So if you can maintain the level of the pathogen in the environment below that threshold, which is our goal, then I think the public will have a great deal of comfort in knowing that the air is meeting those type of standards.
So for our testing with actual live COVID at MU, what we've seen is that it really is killing COVID, and it does it in one pass, and it works just like we hoped it would.
The time it takes for the Micron Pure unit to purify a room, it's occupied as soon as you flick it on, it can start purifying it instantly. All the air that goes through the unit when it exits it is 100% purified.
If you're able to create a product which improves someone's life, then you've basically gone from something that's causing people suffering to something that's basically changing their life.
One of the big things that we're really excited about, and know that this will be a huge benefit to the economy, is when you look at the number of jobs that are lost, the number of businesses and restaurants closing, and then even looking at when things are starting to open back up, being able to have confidence to go back into restaurants, to have confidence to go back into schools, into places of worship, into theaters, entertainment venues.
It's an example of how a small company with a core group of people with different but compatible skill sets can work quickly and effectively to take an idea and bring it to commercialization testing, prove its effectiveness, and then get it ready for market.
A lot of folks have questions about when the devices are going to be ready, what's the timing, the availability, who's going to get it first. This will be built into multiple different sizes for walls, ceilings, as well as transit items as well. Our partner is Marmot Holdings, which is part of Berkshire Hathaway. They will be rolling the devices out at the HR show in Chicago in January, but they'll be taking pre-orders this fall. And they'll be manufacturing in the US and working with partners to make it available globally as well.
One small improvement in one area of life, that has rippling effects. It's very meaningful.